I could be wrong, man, but I honestly think that the reason why Fbgduck mom wanna like come together with Durk and put an end to the Chicago war is because she don't really have a choice at this point. If you just think about how she done screamed for months and months, like the last year or two, that they had something to do with her son getting killed, and really ain't nobody just kind of paid no attention to that, like no major platform. She been screaming it because she been hoping that somebody on one of these major platforms pick that up. But now that didn't work, Durk career is still just getting bigger and bigger. It's one of them things where, like, you know, if you can't beat them, then you ain't got no choice but to join them. So when I look at it, that's what I look at it. I look at it like if this was war and you got one side that just continue to lose while the other side is keep winning, and you just throw the white flag in. That's basically what you doing, kind of like in a way. And it make me wonder or not, you know, if Duck would want that, because it's not like Durk and Duck had an internet beef. People died. There's been a lot of dissing going on internet back and forth. There's been a lot of dissing in songs and stuff like that. So how can you just really sit up there and say that you want to put it to an end when it's been alleged that these guys may have had something to do with your son getting killed? So it looks more to me like a sellout. I don't want to call it this, so I'm just say she clout chasing. But if this is what you really want, that's a complete sellout. Like you pretty much just sold out. You sold out. And that's crazy, man, because you've been screaming back and forth like shit. Durk had something to do with your son getting killed with the Shoulda Duck song, you know, and all that, and Von them. And no, they even got it in the Chicago paper that it was a $100,000 hit. So how can you sit back and decide now that you want to just call it truce after all that then went on, after you done said so much on the internet? That's why I say it's either she clout chasing or she done completely just sold out at this point. Trying to find a certain momentum because she want to be important in the industry, and she thought Charleston White was going to take her there. But Charleston started to see just, you know, her character kind of went right, and she had her, you know, opinion about him. So they didn't click the way that she thought that they were going to click. But Charleston was supposed to be her ticket, Charleston White. But that didn't work out in her favor. So now she kind of like all out of options. And you see Durk just getting more successful. His career just steady going up. Of course, you want some type of attention to be on you, which you deserve. Now, you just rewind and just think about that. Like, for what it's worth, you losing, you know, what, 2, 3, 4 sons. I might be wrong on that number, but I know Duck was one of the last kids you lost. By you losing kids like that in Chicago, and to the rap industry and stuff like that, and it was a real Chicago war going on, and you still around to talk about it and want to talk about it publicly, you deserve some type of spotlight on you. But you got to know how to go about getting it. I think really you would do yourself more help than reaching out to a Durk, or like how you trying to reach out to Charleston White, or going on these major platforms and just looking for interviews so you can be heard. Just use your own platform and use your own voice. I think, and if it's in God's will for that to happen for you and for your voice to change lives and, you know, spread throughout the world and touch people, I think if that's God's will for you and God's plan for your life and what you've been, and considering what you've been through, that'll happen. But you can't keep clout chasing. Then I sit back and I think, and I ask myself, you know, what if it's a play on Durk? You think about how Durk maneuver on the internet. Just pay attention to me now. Durk, for the longest, anytime he got beef going on, anytime he, you know, it's something going on with him and he dissing, he run straight to the internet and he get to tweet. He put it in songs, he put it in music. But when you ask him in an interview or something like that, or you catch him on the street and you ask him, like, he don't never have too many words. It's like he played an interview crazy and stuff, like he don't know what you're talking about. But then he get on the internet and he's subliminal. He get in songs and he diss. It's kind of like somebody throwing a rock and hiding their hand. So what if Duck mama just sitting back on some information or something, you know, and she knows something that we don't know. And she playing the internet the same way that Durk played the internet when he tried to pretend like ain't nothing going on his end. Remember now, when Durk died, just think about what Von did. Von got on DJ Academics, and they pretty much laughed at it there. Von said he cried, he couldn't sleep, and all that stuff like that. Did all type of crazy shit. He even made a tweet saying that him and Duck had squashed their beef, and before he died, they was working on music and supposed to have some music come out. So just making, you know, joking, making fun, whatever you want to call it. So what if Mama Duck, after so long, she understand how that game go on the internet, and she playing the same game they played, because it may be a Rico coming in for real on these guys. So everything Durk doing, running around with the mayor and stuff like that, acting like he changed to Chicago, like, what if all of this that he think is keeping him away from the bullshit, it ain't no running away from it. He already in it. What if Mama Duck know that, and she just playing it the same way that he playing it, trying to pretend like she don't know nothing going on, but the whole time she just sitting back just waiting on the empire to come down crumbling. That could be, you know what I'm saying? That don't seem too far out too when you think about it like that. Me, I'm the type of person, man, I like to just break stuff down. And I ain't gonna just sit up here and run off of just reading her post on Instagram saying that she want to squash all this stuff, speaking for her son when he died in this major Chirac war that's been going on for the last 10, 12, 13 years, 10, 11, 12, 13 years. Your son died in this war. The people that alleged supposed to had something to do with your son's death, after he died, they made music ton him. You got people that are locked up right now for your son's death that's affiliated with the same guy that you trying to call truce with. I'm not going to sit up here and just believe all this. I'm just going to, not until I see Durk respond. If Durk respond and they in the same room together, under the same roof, then, okay, I'm tripping. Maybe it ain't what we think it is. Maybe it's bigger than the program. You see what I'm saying? But if Durk don't respond to this at all, or if he respond in a way that like how he respond to other stuff, it's some subliminal, goof ass shit, then you know Mama Duck is clout chasing. And she was willing to put her son's legacy on the line to shake hands with the opposition. Which at some point, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff gotta end. But Mama Duck, I don't think it's your place in your position with what happened to your son to do that. Not that way. No, I don't think Duck would have wanted it. That's just me, that's just my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment.